Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this in my storage unit this afternoon, and I've just been to my local comic book shop, All Star Comics in Melbourne, 53 Queen Street in Melbourne, and I picked up some books. Just a fair bit of books. So, there's been some news in the comic book industry, which I want to address very quickly. Um, there's allegations made against Neil Gaiman. I'm not going to go into it. I'm sure there's other channels that will go into it in depth. Um, all I will say is that there's a window of opportunity for Neil Gaiman and his PR team to respond, and it's closing soon. So, my opinion is he should make an announcement sooner, much rather than later. But that's all I'll say about that. Now, the other news is that Diamond Shipping, Diamond Comics, whatever they're called, Diamond Distributors, they're gone into bankruptcy protection. So they've filed bankruptcy protection, and I see this as a good thing. It's a very nervous thing for comic book retailers worldwide, because effectively half their stock is in limbo, especially moving towards the end of 2025. And if you're a viable business, you need to be on the front step at every single turn, and you need to adapt. But it can get very stressful for comic book shops who are doing it very tough. But as I said, I see it as a good thing because the protection allows the company to still remain not trading, but still remain in business to a certain extent. But it allows them to look at their books, and they can have a look at what's working, what's not working, and definitely what's got them into this position. I don't know the ins and outs of the business at all. I wouldn't even profess to know. Um, I'd like to make some guesses, but I really shouldn't. But I do hope that Diamond can remain strong within the industry and perhaps change the way they do things. It can only lead to good things, you know. As I said, I live in hope. So fingers crossed for all the comic book shops around the world. We're all thinking of you. I know you're in this business because you love to bring comic books to fans such as myself. And on that segue, I'm going to talk about these books that I picked up today. Now, I've got them in alphabetical order, and I'm going to start from the B's. And with B, you have Batman. B for Batman. We have Batman Superman World's Finest, issue 35, written by Dan Mora, and Gutierrez is the artist. I think it was Ramon Gutierrez. I think. Um, Adrian Gutierrez. And I have to say, I love it. It's not Dan Mora, but oh my god, it's looking good, and it's got my boy Aquaman there. Wow, man. DC, you are delivering with this book continually, and continually, is that a word? Continuously. And I'm here for it. This is a fun read every month. The next one is again Batman and Robin Year One, by again Mark Waid and Chris Samney. This is issue 4. I think this is a 12-part series. I think, or it could be 6. I don't know. It's comic books. I'm just in it for the fun, and this has been a fun read. I very much enjoyed it. Next one is Challenges of the Unknown, issue 2, by Christopher Cantwell, and it was the first issue was interesting. It was a lot of setup. They tried to do something with the challenges to make them a little bit more complex, a little bit more interesting. I don't know how well it'll work, but I guess I put my name down for this series, so I'm going to check it out. Eventually, I'll read it, and yeah, as always, fingers crossed, it's a good read. Now, next up we have Cruel Kingdom by Oni Press. And we have Charlie Adlard, Chris Condon, Al Ewing, Kano, Greg Pak, um, some really big writers there, and yeah, I'm giving this one a chance. I've been buying all the anthology books from Oni Press, and some of them have been good, some of them have been a lot better than others. And one of them has since stopped publication, and they opted to bring this out instead. So it's a bit of a sci-fi book. I'm not huge on sci-fi, but I will definitely give it a read, and if I like it, I will continue to get it. Next up, we have Fantastic Four issue 1, the facsimile edition. Whenever these become available, I always pick them up, just because I can't afford the original. And I have to say, I mean, I've read this issue in reprints before, like with the Marvel Essentials, the black and white run. I read Fantastic Four last night, whatever issue it was, issue 24, I think it is, and just, ugh, just just a dud read. Now Ryan North is the writer, and people love this guy. I cannot work it out why they love this guy so much. You know, everything he writes is gold, supposedly, according to the letter page. Yeah, I read it, and I'm just like, there's no there's no fun. There's certainly no threat. There's nothing there to grab me and to to keep my attention. It's just one thing after another, and a lot of science, a lot like pseudoscience, and it's just like, can we have something that's a little bit fun? You know, it's a family of adventurers, and you have them like doing science of the week type stories, and I just find it to be a dud series. So thankfully we have facsimile editions, so I can read the classics, and just because I'm so devoid of reading a fun Fantastic Four issue, I'm going to sit here now and you can watch me read this book. Wow, it's the Fantastic Four. I'm not going to read it right now, but I definitely will read it. Next up, we have Green Lantern Fractured Spectrum. Uh, yeah, fractured spectrum. Oh, I don't know why that makes me giggle. I've just got a very warped sense of humor. Yeah, Jeremy Adams. Yeah, Jeremy Adams is writing this, so I know this is going to be a good read. I dropped Green Lantern for like half a minute and then came straight back during the Absolute Power storyline. Jeremy Adams is just telling just a really great story with Green Lantern. So I am confident this is going to be a good read. But yeah, I'll try not to giggle when I'm reading Green Lantern Fractured Spectrum. Okay. Magic. Oh, so stupid. Okay. Magic issue 1. I'm taking a chance on this. I'm just buying this issue. I don't know if this is an ongoing series. Let me just have a quick look. Yes, it is. Yes. Oh, sorry, it's a limited series, but I'm only getting the first issue because I just wanted to try it out. Now, I read the Psylocke, the first issue of Psylocke, and that was a good read. That was fun, but I'm not picking it up. I didn't read Storm, but what I'm getting at is that I'm happy to see Marvel uh, try these characters, test the waters to see if they can hold an ongoing series, and depending on who the character is, I will give them a chance. I think now is a good time to have Magic in an ongoing book. I think she is an interesting enough character that she can hold her own series, as long as she has someone interesting to go up against. Because if it's just her, you know, ordering a milkshake and talking about her feelings, I'm not really into it. But if it's her swinging this big sword around and maybe taking out some parademons or something like that, yeah, that's what I'm in for. Now, also taking another chance. The New Champions. This is issue 1, written by Steve Fox. I didn't realize it was written by Steve Fox. Okay, I only got the first issue because I'm not familiar with any of these characters. I've bought a few Champions books in years past, and depending on the lineup, it has been interesting. This, though, I'm not 100% sure. This isn't bought for spec. This is just bought for maybe to test the waters and to see who these guys are, because I've got no idea. Yeah, just taking a chance. So there we go. Now, I was very impressed with the first issue, and I bought the second issue of New Gods by Ram V and Kaggle, what's his name? Ethan Kaggle, I think. Jeez, where do they actually show his name? Probably at the back. Nope. Okay, so I didn't really spoil it there, but yeah, as I said, the first issue was a good setup and really showed Orion to be a very interesting character. And now I read the Orion series when Walt Simonson was writing and drawing it, and I was very impressed. So I'm keen to see where Ram V takes this. I think it's a 12-issue series, and we will see. Next up, we have Nightwing, issue 122, and Dan Waters and Dexter Soy, they've taken over from Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo, and they're taking Nightwing into a very dark path, very interesting path in that there's a power vacuum in Bloodhaven, and Nightwing seems to be the only one who can stand up to these crime families and go, no, it's not going to happen. Not on his watch. And that's what I love about Nightwing. Yeah. I'm not going to go on and on about why I love Nightwing. If you read the book, you know why you love him. But I'm very happy to keep going with this series because I wanted to see what this creative team did after Tom Taylor left. And yeah, I have to say, it's very enjoyable. Now, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures issue 20, and you buy this if you're a fan of the cartoon from the 90s, which I am. This must be a really good seller for IDW because they just keep publishing it. It's good, it's nostalgic and fun, and it's a real homage to the cartoon, but I just wonder how long it's going to go on for. I want to keep supporting it, and I will. But yeah, I don't know where else I can go with this because it's getting quite meta, and yeah. What else can I say? That's it. That's all I can say. Okay, I've got 2 more to go, and the next one is What If Galactus transformed Gambit. Now, I read the What If Galactus Transformed the Hulk, which was an interesting read. It was more along the lines of the Hulk being the herald of Galactus and going from planet to planet. But he met up against the Avengers, and there was like a little ex machina, little MacGuffin story, a little MacGuffin put in so that the Hulk could fight the Avengers, and he kind of, no spoilers here, but yes, there's a spoiler. He jumped off the last page and he's like, "I'm gonna get you, Galactus!" Rah! And it was like, okay, I obviously they're going for something here, but yeah, this should be interesting. I think I'm getting the rest of the series. I think let's see, there's Moon Knight, there's Rogue, and there's Spider-Gwen. So there is the next few issues. And yeah, I will get them and I'll give them a read, and there we go. Now, this last issue, it's the key issue for the video. It's not actually for me. My twin brother, Manny, he asked for me to buy this, and it's finally come in. It is What If Mickey and Friends Became the Fantastic Four. Manny, it's here. I think I'm seeing you tonight. I will drop it off at your house, and yeah, Now, I remember this was solicited a fair while back. And yeah, I don't know what took so long to get this out, but yeah, it looks like a fun read. But I'm not going to get a chance to read it because my brother's going to swoop in and grab it and go, "Yep, thank you, bye bye." And so that's the video for today. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I'd really appreciate it. I'll end the video very quickly on the state of the industry. If you're into comic books, if you're just getting into comic books, find your local comic book shop, go there and find something you like, and maybe pick it up and give it a read. And hopefully you enjoy it and you keep coming back. But yeah, support your local comic book shop because these guys and girls, they get up every day and they do everything they can to bring you the products you love. And that's it for me. So thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next one.